Okay, people, this is it. Keith Giffen, last episode of the week. We're at the end of the week. And you want to tell me I don't know or like Keith Giffen? Are you going to tell me that Keith Giffen week was not a spectacular moment of learning of this man? Okay? Tell you, I'm going to show you my Keith Giffenness, okay? First off, I'll show you my original piece that I bought of Lobo. This is from an issue of Lobo. This is kind of his kind of Kirby-esque style that he was doing back then. Big fan of this piece, okay? Boom, okay? I got originals, okay? So don't even, okay? Oh, you don't think I know Keith Giffen? Okay, you thought we were gonna get away with not talking about Justice League? Yeah, dude. I got them all. Justice League America, Justice League International, Justice League Europe, the whole freaking thing, all bound. I got the originals, I cut them up, I sewed them up, I had them handmade, and these were expensive bitches. They were not cheap to make, okay? And I got them all. So you guys with your little store-bought little trades ain't got nothing on me. And we're gonna talk about this because this is the last episode of the week. Okay, I'm having a great time with Keith Giffen week, and we could do more. We did not even talk about Heckler. We did not talk. Oh shit. We didn't talk about a lot of stuff. Okay. We didn't even talk about. Yeah, I won't even talk about the things we didn't talk about, like Web of Spider-Man, stuff like that he did. Okay, but we gotta end it with this. Okay, we gotta end it with this. Okay? And yes, we didn't do Ambush Bug because I'm saving Ambush Bug. Ambush Bug is a special thing. We're doing that. But I want to talk about Justice League because this is the one that everyone probably knows. Okay? So let's just go through this. The story is thus. It's thus. Let me see. Volume 1, 2, 3. Keith Giffen wanted to do Justice League forever. Okay? He was doing Legion, Paul Levitz, and he wanted Justice League. And he would go into the editor's room and he'd be like, Justice League. Literally, like, that's the story. And he would be like, Justice League. Every day, he'd be like pounding the editors back when they were in New York to do Justice League. I think it was Julie Schwartz, too. I think it was Julie Schwartz. I could be wrong. Pretty sure, though. He wanted freaking Justice League. But he wanted to do differently. He's like, I'm going to put some ha-ha. I'm going to blah, I think it's called blah, into it. I wanted to make it more humorous. I wanted to make it fun. And really, Keith Giffen and DeMatteis and Kevin McGuire came up with this recipe that has endured time. And when you look at Justice League, you'll see like, okay, Morrison's run and this run and that run. But let me tell you, people know the Giffen run. The Giffen run has got something here. And let me just show you the image I'm talking about. You've seen this cover. Kevin McGuire. You've seen his faces. You've seen this stuff, okay? Okay? You've seen this. You've seen the one hit, one punch. You've seen Booster. This is Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. This is Guy Gardner. This is Oreo eating Martian Manhunter. This is like all that stuff. It's in this. This is, you know this, right? Look at these covers. Kevin McGuire just like banged it out of the freaking park. This is so good. It's just fun, okay? I'm an older dude. I like fun every now and then. This is freaking fun. I need to reread these. I haven't reread these in forever. But it's so good. It's so good. So why don't we just turn the camera over a little bit and let me show you some of Kevin McGuire's brilliant artwork. This is really what put him on the map too. Kevin McGuire. This is like, people love that. So this was so popular. Let me tell you, this was so popular. This is like X-Men, Teen Titans type popular. That then they said, okay, we're gonna do a freaking Justice League Europe. We're gonna do the European team, okay, which we now have Bart Sears. Oh, you don't think I know Bart Sears and Keith Giffen? Shalank, that's what you've been looking at the whole time. This is a Keith Giffen, this is JLA, this is Bart Sears. This is the guys. Here, it's been here. Hidden like an Easter egg the whole freaking time is a Bart Sears page of JLE, okay? So I know what I'm talking about. So they made JLE, right, which was the European branch, right, with Bart Sears, who at the time was firing all cylinders. Mr. Anatomy, Brutes and Babes from Wizard Magazine, okay? So we had that going, and then Justice League America turned into Justice League International, right? So now you have, it was just Justice League, and then Justice League International, and then they had Justice League Quarterly. I mean, it was like firing on all cylinders, making money, honey, and that's what it's about. And so it really revolutionized some end of the industry. Well, okay, let me back up. It didn't revolutionize the industry, but it was damn popular, and it made some books, and they did okay. And so I fell in love with it. Yeah, towards the end, it's like, okay? We're talking about those first years. It was prime, okay? So let's do a flip, look at some of this stuff, and talk about Justice League Keith Giffen Week, the finale.
Are you ready?
Okay, dokie, everybody. Okay, so let's look here. We've got volume 1, 2, 3. Okay, in Europe. Okay. So let me make sure you guys can see what's going down here. Okay, so this is really this great teamwork of Giffen and DeMatteis. Again, Giffen is a plotter. He's not a script guy. He's not the dialogue, script guy that you want. So you get DeMatteis, or you get Fleming, or you get somebody that kind of like elevates it. So DeMatteis and Giffen work together writing, and the art is Kevin McGuire, and then Terry Austin. You got to give Terry Austin, who's a great inker. This cover is super iconic. You've seen it a million times, and it's just brilliant. Kevin McGuire shines on his faces, and it's all about these little faces are just so damn good. I love this opening. He's bored. It's Guy Gardner. He's there. This is just so good. Now, it says that Keith Giffen did breakdowns. Now, that's kind of confusing what that is. Generally speaking, what the breakdowns is the page layout. So he'll do like rough page layout, okay, breaking down the panels and the composition, and then he sends that over to Kevin. Then Kevin pencil actually like renders it, okay. That's generally the way the breakdowns are. Some artists don't follow the breakdown. There's like a little bit of collaboration there that some people don't like, but that's generally what a breakdown is. So he plotted this out, broke down the pages, okay, and so then you would have DeMatteis would then go through those panels and dialogue it up, okay, with a script, with a formal script that has like everything. So for Kevin, in theory, he can go a lot quicker because he's not even have to do the composition. He can just like boom, 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 boom. And you can see some of that in here. You can see some of these like Giffen type of panel compositions that you see. Like for instance, this is a total Giffen thing. He would do this all the time in Ambush Bug and some of those stories. So some of these things, yeah, this looks like Giffen composing. Basically, the story is this. We get a reboot of the system. Where Guy Gardner, Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, almost kind of like the B-level characters are now in the Justice League. So you have the top big seven, except for Batman. Batman's here, but only as a kind of tertiary character. Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, all those guys. Those guys are kind of like doing the main, calamities of the world. And these guys, kind of the B squad, are handling these tasks. But because they're the B squad, you can have more fun with them, right? You could do a little more zany stuff. You have Guy Gardner, who's like a real ass, but he's a Green Lantern, but he's not Hal in any way, right? I love the faces. I love the expressions. It's just it's just a fun freak. Yeah, this is great. Where he's just like, Batman shows up and he's like, sit down. And then he's like, okay. Now, shall we begin? So, and then there's just some great moments. It's so freaking good. They have a couple crazy villains of the week, things like that. Dr. Fate comes in. You've got the, gang, the Royal Flush gang or whatever. Rocket Red from Russia gets involved in this too. He becomes a member. See now, so it's Justice League, and then around here, now it starts becoming Justice League International, okay? So now it becomes International. And also, let me mention this. Giffen does do a couple of his own pencils. So in the back of each issue, we then start getting a little like side story where he does the plot and the pencils. So he does it all. And then Al Gordon inks, which Al Gordon did a lot of his inking for Legion. So classic 9-panel grid, which he likes. Again, that big eyeball panel. And so now this is kind of a little side story that's happening as well, building something up. So this is his Munoz kind of European style he's doing. So we get the main story, and then the back story is usually like a little Giffen, little tale. I think this is really fun. What more is there to say? I mean, it's just brilliant the way this. Oh, you got Nort in here. Remember Nort, this weird dog type of a guy, Green Lantern. Yeah, it's good. It's really good, guys. You need to pick these up. If you see these ever, just get them. Maxwell Lord, he introduced a lot of characters that stick around. Maxwell Lord is a character in here. You even have Lobo showing up. This is pre-Beasley Lobo. So before he kind of Danzigged him out. See, here's like Lobo here. It's kind of fun. Fire and Ice was this kind of cute little girls, the little partnership. Love this stuff. Love this framing. And now as we continue, we'll keep going. And then, yeah, this is just fun. There's a lot of different stories it goes through. Oberon is in here. He's like a little like dwarf character that is part of the team. Despero, all this like, I mean, there's some good calamitous kind of stuff here too. It's fun. It's excitement. Who the hell's that? I don't know what that is. I don't know who drew this now. I'm like, I just turned to this page. Okay, this is a guest person. Who is this? Okay, we gotta look at this up. I'm like really curious about this issue. Who did the art? Oh man. I want to know who did the art for this. It looks kind of wild. Medley. Don't know who that is. Now in Europe, we go to Europe, and now again, like I was saying, it's so popular. We now have a Europe version, and this is where Power Girl and her big chest comes into play, and this is all about her boobs. This for some of us at least. And Bart Sears was, you know, he became really popular. This kind of like put him on the map. People after this, he got a lot of gigs. Again, you still have the same writing team. It's Giffen DeMatteis, but now it's just a new set of artists doing it. So they were just like cranking out a whole nother book. So twice a month at least they're doing a story. Look at that great arm. He was great at musculature. I liked his anatomy. I know some people might find it a little like overwrought, but I liked it, you know. No, he could. And then you got this. Yeah, he's good stuff, dude. It was all meatheady, but I dug it a lot. And this had some great stories like the Exterminators, right? Where are they? Was it Exterminators? What were they called? Got these old pages in here. I want to say they're Exterminators. There was something like that. Yeah, these guys. Exterminators? Extremists. The Extremists, dude. Yeah. Crimson Fox, this French chick was in this. Her. So yeah, it was kind of fun. It was, again, I'm a huge fan. So there you go. Clearly, I spent some money on these things because I love them. And then these quarterlies, they did these like every 3 months they would do a big like 80 page or something like that. And then, oh yeah, and then actually I forgot about this. Years later they kind of came back and they did some stories in here. Same team, but now this is more modern. You can kind of tell the art's a little bit different. And then what's this? I don't even know. I haven't looked at this one in a while, you guys. What is this? Let me find the cover if I can. I think this is that formerly known as, where they kind of like, they did like a 6-issue, like, yeah, here we go. JLA Classified. That's what I put them on the end. So JLA Classified was basically bringing that team back together, but now like years later in the 2000s. Yeah, fun. So yeah, here's the covers of those. And now if this would have sold great, they probably would have kept going. But, you know, formerly known as, love it. Yeah, big fan of this. Maxwell Lord was a big character in it. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of this stuff. Thanks for watching. That is Keith Giffen week. We're done. We're now gonna do more comics of other things, other creators, but for now, that is Keith Giffen. Thank you very much. We will do Ambush Bug, don't you worry. I got a mask and everything, so you know I like it. So we'll talk about that another time. Thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Check out my Patreon if you will, and talk to you later. Bye.